Hi everybody, it's Nick here from the Spartan Trader Academy. I'm going to do a little outlook. We haven't done this for a while because I was away on vacation, but let us do some basic pairs. Let's cover some pairs that are starting to trend lately, discussing some of the members trades, and also look for future setups here. Now before I do so, just a reminder, tomorrow is our basic trading workshop, which is a very powerful, a simple but very powerful workshop. It's not only for new traders but also for advanced traders. And I got a lot of emails, people asking where to find this because they see like videos, or they see me talking about that, but they cannot find it on the website, or maybe they didn't get the links. So let me show you how that works. First of all, you have to go to the website. Sorry if you hear some dogs in the background. I'm on my balcony, so you can hear some weird things there. Just ignore that. So you go to the Spartan Trader FX.com site. You see me here. When you click on the navigator up there where it says Live Workshops, it will bring you directly to our upcoming workshop that starts tomorrow, Thursday 23. And this is a 2-day thing. It's short but very, very powerful and to the point. You can just scroll down, read all the bullet points here. You see the times, everything is recorded, by the way, and down here you can just go for it. Now the original price is 147. It says when it's going down to 0 it will go up to this price, but we said, you know what, it's summer anyway, so we just keep it at 97, and you can still join right now for the same price. Okay, so that's the way to do it. I'm just saying it because I got a lot of emails, people asking about where to, how to join it. It's very simple. You just click on the Spartan side, as I said. Let me do it again. Click on Live Workshops, and then it will just pop up here. Just give me a second. There we go. And you will see the video. You can listen to the video. That's it. We start tomorrow. It's only a 2-day workshop, and be quick because 7 p.m. tomorrow we are live. And let me also explain what we are going to do, because people are asking, and I have all the bullet points here, but just to give you all details, there we go. It's about remembering the basics to boost your confidence and to ensure great long-term trading results. And it's no joke. Like, some people start with something basic, and we go over all details. They have nice results, and suddenly, after learning a lot of different strategies you can use, they forget to go back to the basics, and the results are changing. Yeah, and often I get those emails, and when I'll tell them, hey, do this, just go back to the basics, remember what we did, remember what we said, then suddenly things change. Okay, so what we do tomorrow is very good for already advanced traders, but powerful also, especially for new traders. So you can start with the right foot and don't get into this, let's say, habit where you try a lot of things and don't know where to start and what to do next. Okay, so again, what we do, first of all, adopt the trader's mindset. Very, very important. I will show you and explain to you how you do it, and how I did it, and how others I know did it. Okay, and also my partner Jeff will give you some real great life stories from himself and some of his friends. Okay, now point 2, understanding the markets. Like, if you don't understand why markets range, or when they range, and what they do next, if you don't understand how that looks on charts, you cannot do anything. Okay, you cannot start, you cannot make long-term results. Now, point 3, train your mind and your eyes first. That has to do with understanding the markets, but you need to train your eyes. You need to see those things. If you think you see something that is not real and you use a lot of fantasy, you end up doing always the wrong moves, which means you get frustrated, you don't get good results. Okay, part 4, do your top-down approach. That is something we always do, and the newbies know that, and the advanced traders know it, going from higher time frames, finding out what's really going on, and then switching to the lower time frames to find early entry setups. But always we are not going to discuss all ways, all the different ways to do it, but one and the most powerful way to do it, so you can focus on basic things. You can learn it simple, fast and easy, and use it immediately. Okay, now part 5, start by trading only what you know works. This is mostly for advanced traders, because as I said, if you start and you have a little bit of experience and you know different strategies, you start with something, you have good results, and you say, okay, let me try something else, let me try also this strategy and this and that and that, and suddenly they forget to go back to the basics. They forget what worked at the beginning. They forget to do the top-down approach. They forget to think and use a trader's mindset. Okay, and then suddenly the results are changing. They wonder why. It's not the markets. It's not that they are stupid. Suddenly, it's just that they forget how important it is to go back. Okay. Now, point 6: always apply sound money management. That is just the most important part, right? Even if markets go crazy, sometimes if you have sound money management, that's not a problem for your account. So no stress. Point 7: never look for better strategies if what you do already works for you. As I said, that it goes in hand with this one, right? What you already know. So for instance, as a good example, I have a member for like a student for, or I started with him like 2 years ago, and his results were just great, and he likes to trade a lot, and suddenly he came back to me with an email telling me that something has changed and he cannot make it anymore. His results, he's starting to give money back to the markets, week after week. And then we just sit together for half an hour. I looked at his charts, and I figured out that like 80% of what he was doing a year ago was missing. Okay, then we checked it, and again, and I told him, you know what, did you do this and this and this and this? And they checked and said, what happened? What happened to me? I know this stuff. Why did I not do it? And again, it is the mind. Sometimes when you are sure about what you're doing, you start forgetting the basics. And that's why teaching, for instance, what I do with you guys, help me always to remember the basics. Yeah. And you always have to go back and look for those steps and remember those steps, and also remember to not forget those, right? Point 8, never count money, which is not easy, especially when you start to think about, okay, I have $1,000, I want to make 1,500. Just look for the top-down approach, the setups, and then one simple strategy, for instance, that I'm going to teach you again, the basic core Spartan strategy that you can always use, but you have to use it correctly to grow the account. And then you have to focus on the setups. You have to focus on what you see in the chart and forget the money and forget the pips, especially when you start. Later on, this can change and it won't bother you anymore. Okay? Again, I will explain all that in much detail. I'm just getting over this very quickly because you asked for it, and here we go. Now, point 9, be positive. You cannot be grouchy and start whining all day long and expect good results. Yeah, I will show you how you do this. We talk about that in detail. We have enough time. And point 10, always learn from your mistakes. Yeah, we don't ignore mistakes, or we don't say, ah, you know what, that was so bad, I just want to forget it. No, you take the mistakes you have done, you remember those, probably take a big screenshots of what you did there, and then remember so you don't do it again. This will protect you from killing actually not only your trading account but the trader's mindset. If the mindset point A here is correct, then point 10 is not a problem. Yeah. Okay, great. That's it. Again, you know where to find it to sign up for it, and if you're a complete trader member or elite member, you can get it for half the price anyway in the members area, right? But you have to be a complete trader member. Everybody else has to pay, of course, the full price, which is only $97 anyway. Yeah. Okay, let's do the top-down approach on the Euro US dollar weekly chart to see what's going on here. So we had a range for a long time on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, we can start drawing our lines. Price created a basic 1, 2, 3 setup below that line. The main trend is short, so we had short setups even on this daily chart, trying to target long term. Of course, the lows here, the previous lows, price already reacted and bounced on it. Later on, we're going for those lows here, and of course between here and here, the lows from March and April, we leave that line in the middle. Yeah, and this could be a long-term target since the break, since this 1, 2, 3 here, of about 500 points. There are setups on the 4-hourly chart. We got setups on the 1-hourly chart. Price retrace. So now you want to check, want to watch closely. If this is just a higher low, maybe price wants to retrace more on the daily chart and get back to the 36. So we don't trade right now. If you didn't enter here, wait for the price to really retrace back to here, and only if it moves lower you can watch again for new setups and target long term, of course, this area. Okay, GBPJPY, some of our guys practicing on the small life account here hedged the longs. We have an uptrend on GBPJPY. You can see the 36 EMA is supporting the price forever, and let me just draw the horizontal line here. We have horizontal support in this area, the previous lows down here, sorry. Yeah, touches. What happened? Price almost by the pip bounced on it, and we had some bounce long setups. Remember here, price retraced the higher low, and then the 633 also in place in combination with horizontal support, lower time frame 1, 2, 3s. This went up about 800 points with a remaining position, and now what the traders did here, they placed a sell and a buy. So what they want to do is to catch a breakout either to the downside or the upside. So good luck with that. But for now, if you don't have any longs anymore because price is getting close to the previous highs and there's resistance all over the place, I would suggest you start drawing your lines. The 36 is your support line here. Check also the 1-hourly chart, and you can see on the 1-hourly it looks a little bit like a range. Price came down, bounced on the 200s, back up at resistance. Just a second, sorry guys, had to interrupt for a second. Okay, so again, as I said, a bounce down here, price is up, it's ranging, and we have a lot of resistance up here, right? So what I would do, draw your horizontal line here, support and resistance, so you can identify the smaller range. As long as the price stays in here, don't touch anything. Yeah? Either if you don't use this breakout strategies, which I wouldn't place the orders here, but okay, the guys that are trading here know what they do. So I would actually wait for setup. If you're not familiar with a breakout strategy, wait for setups over here in the 1-hourly chart, wait for setups below here. Okay, now what they do is not a problem here because the this trade is hedged up with over 700 pips profit, so it's no problem. USD yen, again here we have also a bounce trade, sorry, and this trade is also hedged up for about like 300 pips here, as I can see. Here's your trend line break. This is a huge weekly 1, 2, 3. Price is still moving up. You can see it's moving steep, and if the price is moving steep, you have to be careful. You never know, it could also just create lower highs and then start retracing. So the 36 again, your guide, and look for new 4 hourly, 1 hourly, 1, 2, 3s. Now because they are late and your trend line is down here, you maybe want to combine this with your 5-minute chart. Look for entries there to make it really worth it. Yeah. Euro Australian dollar, weekly chart, yes, it's kind of a range, but we have moves up, we have retracements on the daily chart, we have 1, 2, 3s, we have a powerful trend line. Price is respecting the 36 forever here, and we had our new higher low, and 1, 2, 3 previous highs. So this also here is all acting as support. Looks very good so far. And now if you haven't taken this one on whatever time frame, daily charts or lower time frames, then what you want to do here is wait for another setup. Like we had already our 1 hourly setup, support there, trend line break, 1, 2, 3, and I can see we have positions running here, small positions, the members trading here on the small account, but it's all about practicing. And I would wait for another setup now because it's already too late. Watch out for volatility, and you maybe want to combine this also with a 5-minute chart to look for intraday entries. Okay. What else do we have? The Australian dollar, US dollar moving down nicely on the weekly chart. We had our daily 1, 2, 3s after it came out of this range here. Also setups on the 4 hourly chart and 1 hourly chart, and now you can see it's losing steam, but the 36 EMA is still in charge. Price is not moving above that. As long as it stays below, you want to look for short setups. Now we don't have a lower low here. What we want to see is this. If we get this, wonderful. Okay. If not, just wait for break and then a setup over here. Now you would trade against the main trend. Combine this again with 1 hourly charts or 5-minute charts to look for entries, but for sure wait for the setups. Don't just jump in. Now the USDCAD. This is very powerful as expected, moving higher. Still a big huge weekly 1, 2, 3. We got our bounces. Price is really moving here after our latest 1, 2, 3. The 12 EMA, the volatility EMA, is our guide. Yeah, and you get nice retracements on the 4 hourly chart. We also got beautiful, very nice setups here on the 4 hourly chart. You see 1, 2, 3s immediately after the trend line break here with lower time frame combinations. Another one. They're all in one area, and as you can see, they're all close to the 36 and the 200 EMA, and that makes the strategy really powerful. Yeah, when you get the hang of it. As you can see, many opportunities to combine this, and it's still going up and up and up. You sent me a lot of charts. Many members traded this in this area, and you're still in there. So what are your targets here? Long-term targets. If you look at the weekly chart, you have to scroll back forever, so you actually have to go to the monthly chart to find the next resistance, which would be somewhere here really long-term. I mean, okay, there's a little bit down here. The previous lows from 2003. Okay, that means like how many pips? Let me check. About like 400 pips still to go, and then even longer term targets would be up here. Okay, there we go. Now CHF yen, weekly chart up. Everything is moving smoothly here on the higher time frames. Now on the lower time frames you got already the 36 EMA trend line break, you got 4 hourly and here daily 1, 2, 3. So you could trade against the main trend, trying to target the 200 EMA, the previous lows here, but we don't have that much volatility right now. So I would watch closely. Look at the 4 hourly chart, it doesn't look that great anymore. So what you want to do is draw your lines, your trend lines close to the 36. Wait ideally for setups over here, but they have to really look good, or setups below here. Otherwise you are not interested in it. Okay, now New Zealand dollar yen, it's also moving down quickly. There we are. Daily chart, look at the daily chart, wonderful. The guide here is the 4 hourly chart so far. Price tried to stay above it, but it couldn't really. Started to range, move down, and now it's between those highs and lows. So what you do, you draw your horizontal support and resistance, and you wait for the price, ideally if you don't bounce straight, to get out of here or out of here before you do anything. Okay. Now the New Zealand dollar US dollar still pointing down, daily charts. This is really trending forever, and the 12 EMA is your guide on the daily. On the 4 hourly it's the 36. Every time it's moving below the 36 it's just going. Now it moved down a lot, so for new setups, because you got already so many setups, you need to wait for a lower low on the 4 hour, lower high, and then you can combine this ideally with a 1 hourly or 5 minute chart to look for entries and try to turn a day trade into a swing trade as long as this is going down. Okay, those are the most, let's say those are the pairs, the basic or the major pairs, and some more, let's say, exotic pairs that I'm watching right now. There are more that are trending, that are not those are not the only pairs that are actually moving, but those are my watch list right now. Good luck with this. The markets are moving again, and there are many opportunities for everybody to trade. Yeah, for swing traders soon again, but mostly combinations of swing and day trading for now. Okay guys, I see you soon. As I said, tomorrow is our workshop, our live workshop. Hope to see you there. Have a wonderful week, and bye for now.